Moving on now, Zimbabwe's President Emmerson Mnangagwa says he has ordered the arrest of members of the security forces who were caught on camera beating up a young man they had arrested. In a tweet, he said he was appalled by what he had seen in the report. It showed the man in handcuffs being pulled from a van and repeatedly beaten around the head. A government-appointed human rights group in Zimbabwe has accused soldiers of using systematic torture against protesters. The Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission says at least 8 people have been reported killed in a week, most of whom were shot with live ammunition. Staying with Zimbabwe, shopkeepers are starting to take stock after looters took advantage of protest following a hike in the price of fuel. There's a drastic shortage of dollars, fuel and medicines in the country, while inflation hit 42% in December, the highest in a decade.
Everyday life has been getting harder in Zimbabwe. On January 12, President Mnangagwa announced a hike in the price of fuel. It was the final straw for some Zimbabweans, and violent protests broke out in Harare and Bulawayo, the country's second biggest city. James Mutero is a worried man. He is the manager of a Choppy supermarket in Zimbabwe's capital, Harare. Choppy's is a popular retail chain that has outlets in Zimbabwe, South Africa, Zambia and Kenya. Mutero, other shopkeepers and various business owners complained that looters have taken advantage of the demonstrations.
They started looting the groceries, till points, computers, some meat from the butchery section, and all other assortment of goods that we stock in our shop.
Mutero estimates that it will take about $500,000 to replenish their stolen inventory and carry out repairs on the premises. But that will be a Herculean task in a country where companies are struggling to import raw materials and equipment, forcing them to buy dollars on the black market.
It's quite a huge loss, because right now we are not trading, but we need to pay our salaries, we need to pay CESA, we need to pay the council, we need to pay the suppliers themselves. We have got stock which was looted, but in our agreement terms they need to be paid.
With inflation at its highest since 2008 and a shortage of cash in circulation eroding spending power, the fragile state of the economy is at the heart of the country's political troubles.
French President Emmanuel Macron is in Egypt and has met with President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi on the second day of his official visit to Cairo. During the visit, Macron hopes to secure more business and defense contracts while not neglecting the human rights file. Since Macron came to power, business with the Arab world's most populous country has cooled. France's trade surplus with Egypt has not improved in 3 years, hovering at about €1 billion, while Germany and other states have managed to secure major civilian contracts. An Egyptian pledge to buy 12 more Rafale fighter jets from France has been on hold for almost 2 years. French officials hope that would change in the coming weeks, although there is an awareness that signing such a contract during Macron's visit would be poor optics amid the clamor over human rights.